Today we're going to talk about the progression of your skill set. My name is Michael Barayev, and I was able to build a team of 150 plus sales guys. In less than 2.5 years, we did it with zero money invested. And now we have a solar company that's growing like crazy from coast to coast like butter on toast. So let's talk about the progression of your skill set. Too many people in the sales world, in the business world, right? They pre-ejaculate to the next position. Now, what do I mean by that? Let's say, for example, you have a company, right? Let's talk about a sales company, all right? And let's say you have a system where you have a person that sets appointments, right? As an example, you have a person that, closes the deal, so you're gonna call them a closer. And then you have maybe like an assistant manager. Then maybe you have a manager, okay? And then maybe you have a regional manager that runs multiple offices, right? And then you may have, let's say, owner. Okay? Now, most people in this progression, what they do, okay? They set an appointment, they get really good for 2 weeks, they get one sale, and they want to become a closer. Or they set an appointment, and they now they want to be an assistant manager, they want to start training people. And too many times I see people trying to jump too fast in the progression of their business, and they don't take the time to slow down, to speed up. If you want to become an amazing regional manager, owner, manager, assistant manager, closer, whatever it may be, you have to understand that in order to get to the next step, the grass is not always greener on the other side, right? You can make a shit ton of money at any of these levels if you get really good at them. And what really helps you progress is understanding this one major word: skill set. Skill set is everything. Too many people want to pre-ejaculate into the next position without understanding and focusing and mastering the skill sets that they need. Now, in my opinion, in order to become a successful business owner, here are some of the skill sets that you need to progress into. Number one, you need to get good at what? Prospecting. That is the first skill set you need to get good at. Because if you do not know how to prospect for business, even if you know how to close, you're going to suck. You're not going to get enough money because prospecting is the starting point. It's the key to becoming successful. You have to know how to prospect. Prospecting for brand new leads, whether it's door to door, store to store, floor to floor, over the phone. I don't give a shit if it's a fax machine. You got to learn, or through Instagram. It doesn't matter. You have to learn how to prospect. You have to learn how to contact and communicate with other people. You got to get people interested, spike up their emotions and their impulse to pay attention to what you have to offer them. Very important. So your prospect is in the first skill set. Then you have to focus on what? Closing. If you do not know how to close, why are you jumping from prospecting to closing? Master prospecting first. If you don't know closing yet, that's fine. Master prospecting. Become a master at prospecting. Too many people want to become a prospector and then jump to closing. Buddy, you've been doing it for 2 months. It's okay. Master the skill set. I remember mastering the skill set of prospecting. It took me almost a year to master it, right? The first 7 months I was prospecting, when I was 19 years old, I made 0 sales. I was prospecting, but now I'm making a ton of money. That was my job. I had someone else helping me with those closes. I did not know how to do it because I had to master this. Once I mastered prospecting, it was so easy for me not to depend on anybody else to get me deals when I knew how to get good at sales. Then I got good at closing. Master the skill set of closing, and then you can think about the next step, which is what? Training. What does an assistant manager do, right? Their job is to train. Their job is to train other people. Their job is to take the information that they have and pass it on to someone else. Remember, the best closers are not the best closers. The best closers are the best trainers. Because if you can teach someone else how to close, that is where the real masterpiece kicks in. When you're training other people to do what you know how to do. You're duplicating yourself. You're buying back your time. Okay? And now the next step is what? In our company, we call it equipping, right? Or developing people, right? You have to teach people how to train. Just because you know how to train, that's awesome, but you got to help other people in the training process. How do I get someone else to train? How do I duplicate myself as a trainer to have someone else be that trainer? And if you know how to do that, this is where leadership kicks in, right? See, over here, on this side of the equation, it's all solo. It's all you. It's just you versus you, learning how to get better at yourself, learning how to get better with your attitude, your mindset, getting better at different aspects of the business, right? Over here, it's more about other people. It's about leadership. And if you really want to become successful and you want to grow a business, grow a team, grow anything, you need people. You cannot do it by yourself. So leadership is a key component, key skill set that you need to learn, right? So equipping other people is extremely important if you want to buy back your time. Otherwise, you're always going to be the one that's going to be the magic. And I know a lot of successful people, they're very successful, but they work so many hours because everything is dependent on them. And that is a big mistake. If everything depends on you and you can't go walk away for a week, a month, without your business falling apart, you don't have a business. Right? You have Legos on sticks. And the big bad wolf comes and goes, whoo, you're done. Right? So you have to make sure you're equipping other people. Next, you're probably now learning how to what? You're developing other people. You're coaching people. You're investing into other people. You're getting them through their personal development. Because at this point, you already accumulated a lot of the skill sets. You know how to prospect, you know how to close, you know how to train, you know how to equip, but now you're learning how to coach people and get them from point A to point B. Massive skill set. The marketplace will pay you tons of money for that. The only way you make millions of dollars is if you learn how to develop other people. Listen, can you make a couple $100,000? Maybe, but I'm talking about making real money. And you could do that through developing other people. And then when you know how to do that, that is when you could be what? A business owner. Run the business. And learning how to run the different aspects of the business, like HR, like marketing, like recruiting, right? Like operations, right? IT, there's a lot of things, systems, processes. You need to understand all that stuff. A lot of people, you know what they do? They get really good at closing deals, and all of a sudden they want to be a business owner. It's crazy. Why would you do that? There's a lot of skill sets you need to develop before you become a business owner. Do you know it took me years to do this? And that's why when I started a business, I don't fail in those businesses because I had the skill set. Because when I started my business, I knew exactly how to prospect, I knew exactly how to close deals, I knew exactly how to train people, I knew exactly how to equip people, I knew exactly how to develop people. The only thing I was lacking was learning and running a freaking successful business. And I learned, right, throughout this process how to do that because I had a lot of skill sets already in my backpack. Running a business is completely different. It's no leadership. It requires leadership, but also there's a technical skill set you need to have, right? Right? And in this position, your EQ has to be high. So as the leadership goes up, your EQ has to go up. EQ is what? Your emotional intelligence, how you deal with people, how you connect with people. It's very important. As an EQ person with high EQ, you hire people with high IQ. While you want to be the smartest guy in the room, I want to be the dumbest guy in the room because I want my team to be smarter than me so they can get the job done. But I want to deal with them on a personal level to get them to be better leaders. That's the whole perspective of running a business. So if you're right now in stage of closing deals, or if you're right now pre-ejaculated yourself and you started a business for no freaking good reason because you wanted to make more money, that is the wrong reason to be in business. Skill set is everything. Master the skill sets of prospecting, master the skill set of closing, master the skill set of training, master the skill set of equipping other people and developing other people and coaching other people. Master that skill set, and then maybe you should think about being a business owner because the risks and the stakes are too high for you to go into business and fail like every other business for the first 2-3 years. Most businesses fail not because of lack of money, not because of, they're not have a good product or service, because they don't have the proper skill sets. Because when they start hiring people, because the product is so amazing, they don't know how to deal with people. They don't know how to develop people. They don't know how to coach people. They don't know how to negotiate and prospect properly. And they're stuck. And that's why the business fails. So, I appreciate you guys. If you got some value from this video, do me a solid. Share this with a friend. If you have not subscribed yet to the channel, do me a solid. Subscribe to the channel. And we'll see you guys in the next video.